say goodbye 80s, hello 90s.
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
Destination
Planet Hollywood.
Area 5.
Gotchi, the original virtual reality pack.
Do it. So in my long years of being on this earth, I've come to realise that there's certain dates on the calendar that hold mystical powers. Christmas? It's overrated, man. School holidays? Pfft. Easter weekend? Your parents' anniversary? Ugh. But your birthday? That was like the World Cup. That was your personal nationwide holiday. And in the 90s, believe me when I say that it hit differently. It's Saturday. And not just any Saturday, this is the best Saturday in the world. You've waited impatiently for the last 364 days for this day, and you've reminded your parents every day for the last 30 of them. Plus, you've been counting down like it's Y2K. Today's the day, man. It's your birthday. Your first thought when you wake up isn't, how old am I now? It's, what's for breakfast? And can I open up my presents? So the breakfast options in the 90s in my household were Wheat Bix with half a cup of sugar, rice bubbles that somehow went soggy before you even added the milk, toast with peanut butter that welded itself to the roof of your mouth, or if the gods were smiling upon you, a hard-boiled egg with toast soldiers, fit for royalty. Luckily there was no Saturday sport because it was the off-season, so you've parked yourself cross-legged on the floor, blanket wrapped around you like a human burrito, glued to the TV like a child possessed. The usual lineup on a Saturday morning in the 90s was What Now? Chaos-infused, gunge-filled show featuring Fiona Anderson and Anthony Samuels. Or we had Squirt, a CGI penguin teaching you life lessons with a CGI fish. And then we had the RTR and Coca-Cola Countdown. We could catch up on what music was charting in the hits that week. Then when your mum peeks in and asks,
Do you want to come with me to run a few errands before your friends arrive?
it's business time, baby. We're going to go and get your presents. So you blindly agree. Now, I don't want to understate how insanely crazy retail shopping was in the 80s and 90s. We had massive department stores, retail chains, and before the grocery industry was monopolising and price gouging us to the point of starving peasants, we had choices, man. Big Fresh was my mum's Disneyland. It was the theme park of the supermarkets. It wasn't just about the groceries, it was also about the fever dreams you were left with afterwards. Animatronic fruit and veggies sung pop songs at you. There was a full-on barnyard band of vegetables with plastic dead faces, a lettuce that sung Barry Manilow, a giant banana belting out disco hits, and a rooster in overalls that danced when you pressed the giant red button. Who made this shit? What drugs were they taking? And if so, which ones? But truth be told, this place was pretty amazing, man. While Mum was loading up the trolley with economy-sized cans of fruit salad and a loaf of Tip Top, you're allowed to roam. So you headed straight to the Big Fresh pick and mix section. Squashed hedgehogs, cola sours, milk bottles, wine gums, Jaffas, chocolate fish, all the main food groups. But wait, what's this? A detour? The real magic happened when Mum leaned in and whispered, "We're stopping off at Deka next." The little voice inside your head told you to remain calm and composed. Deka was the Holy Land, the Promised Isle, the department store of dreams, chaos, and every toy you could ever imagine. While Mum browsed through the woman's hosieries and perfumes that made your eyes water and taste noises, you bolted faster than a marathon runner on fire, straight to the toy section, which had all your 90s nostalgic toys like Polly Pockets, Tamagotchis, Boppets, Legos, train sets, Star Wars action figures, Alien franchise toys, Mighty Max kits, Jurassic Park figures, Lego sets, and of course, Transformers, and a weirdly massive collection of troll dogs. When Mum uttered those magical words and said,
Pick one.
you honestly took about 40 minutes. You picked up 3, returned 2, changed your mind again, panicked, and then went with the first one. And you held it just like a golden ticket. And when you thought the morning was over, you popped over to visit your nan. She made you a cup of jungle juice in an old worn-out Garfield mug, and she let you pick a few minties out of the bowl. She told you a few stories about how birthdays used to be just a boiled egg and a clip around the air, and you nodded like you understood how domestic abuse could be considered a present. She then gave you a big hug, slipped you a wet, soggy kiss, and handed you a $20 note in your hand and whispered,
Don't tell your mum.
and just like that, this was the best day ever. And it wasn't even lunchtime. Now it's the afternoon. You've had lunch, probably a sausage roll and a can of bubbly from the bakery on the way home. And when the clock hits 2 p.m, the doorbell rings. And so it begins. Your mates arrive, bursting through the door with sleeping bags in hand, pillows, and suspiciously noisy backpacks. You immediately crank on the CRT TV, because it takes a while to heat up, you know. But you accidentally hit the wrong channel and it brings up teletext with the TAB results. This always happens. All I want to do is play Mega Drive, except to call on your dad to change things over on the back of the telly. And then the Mega Drive Olympics starts. First up we have Street Fighter 2, then Mortal Kombat, then Sonic speedruns. Then your mum calls out from the next room.
Do you guys want to go to the video store?
You sprint to the car like it's the last chopper out of the Jungle and Predator, and then you stopped in at United Video, a place that deserves its own moment of silence and respect. United Video is more than just a video rental store. For most families it was a weekly pilgrimage. You actually had to leave your house and socialise with actual people. It was a community. You even knew the shop assistant by name because you had to return things, and you could get fined if you didn't bring your tapes back on time. New releases, game rentals, weekly favourites, and a back room that was usually full of old men and definitely off limits according to your mum. Now it's time to choose your films. The deal of the decade. 5 weeklies for $5. Mum nodded. Tonight's rules were out the window. She was feeling rebellious. She leaned in and said,
Rent what you want.
So the haul, 2 horror movies, 1 raunchy comedy, 2 action movies, where everything exploded, and they usually starred Van Damme, Arnie, or someone with a mullet. You packed up and left victorious. Eating out in the 90s wasn't a regular thing, man. It was a rare and sacred occasion. And if it was your birthday, most places let you eat for free. Valentine's, a buffet wonderland where you could pile your plate with shrimp cocktails, roast potatoes, jelly cubes and custard, all in one trip.
Classy.
And there was always a kid in the corner who vomited purple jelly. Or was it Pizza Hut dining? Back when this mythical land actually existed, and not just in my dreams. It was a glorious, sticky carpeted temple where you could eat your body weight in pizza, pasta, salad, which no one actually touched, and dessert, which was usually a chocolate mousse that tasted like sugar, and sweet dreams. Or, if you had the palate for fine casual dining with a taste of style, you'd head off to my personal favourite, Cobb & Co., the Rolls Royce of birthday dinners. This place had it all. Old-fashioned themed placemats with little red pencils and activities, a smoking section that made your jacket smell like a dirty old nightclub. They had a kids menu with pork spare ribs that made you feel like Fred Flintstone, and of course, the Pink Panther, which was basically just raspberry lemonade mixed with a litre of sugar, topped with whipped cream and a cocktail umbrella and a little plastic animal. But it tasted just like heaven. And you ate, well, you ate like you were there too. So now you're home, you're buzzing, you're wired on sugar and fizzy drinks. Mum has let you borrow Nan's old TV, you know, The one with the fake wood grain and the dial that makes a loud chonk noise every time you change the channel. Sometimes it even gives you a little zap. You don't mind. You've even hooked up the VCR, dimmed the lights, and stacked the 5 United video rentals like sacred scrolls. Microwave popcorn that was half burnt, half raw, pretty much all soaked in butter. Ice blocks that would cut your mouths in the corners. Pam's Cola, which tasted like 3 different shampoos. And the buffet of pick and mix that you picked up from Big Fresh earlier. You'd watch the movies, pointing out which characters were you and your friends, laughing at all the over-the-top violence and gore, and then you'd play fight and reenact all the dangerous stunts you just witnessed. And when your mum or dad came in to say goodnight and told you not to stay up late, you'd all nod solemnly, trying not to laugh, and then they'd leave knowing that you weren't going to listen anyway. Then, 2 hours later, sneaking into the lounge like miniature commandos, lights off, flicking through the channels silently, trying to catch a glimpse of the Sky One softcore programming, Emmanuel, Queen of the Galaxy. It was just softcore dry humping, vague saxophone music, but hey, it was still worth it. But eventually, exhaustion wins, and one by one you drop off like wounded soldiers, drooling on your sleeping bags with twisties on your face, and while the TV crackles with static in the background, it doesn't matter. It's been one of the best days ever. You've had the kind of birthday that's pretty much now extinct. One with real stores, real tapes, and real friends sitting next to you, actually talking and interacting, instead of messaging you from another part of the country. Birthdays today might come with Facebook updates and the occasional text, but they'll never beat a 90s birthday where you didn't need a phone, you didn't need the updates because you had your mates right beside you and a belly full of pizza. So if you like that video, you might want to check out my other video on what it's like to have a Friday night in the 90s. You can check it out here, and make sure you subscribe down here. I'll see you in the next one.
Dick.